KSKQ.org. This is DJRAMO, and it's the full house. I got my co-host,
Foxy.
I got the death expert,
Joel.
and I got the vinyl expert.
Gosh.
And you know who else I got? I got fucking Dead Horizon from Winston, Oregon, on the line right now to talk some metal. Say hi to the world, to Dead Horizon. Dude,
What's up,
it
guys?
sounds like a raging party. This is the Dead Horizon from Winston, Oregon. These guys bring the mean. These guys bring the brutal. And not only that, they bring the freaking party.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, what is up, guys? I'm so excited about this interview because, I'm excited about every interview, but when I get to interview my boys, it's just that much nicer because, we get to cut a rug. We got to just chill out and just, be ourselves, man. I almost feel like I can touch you from my phone.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Omar, by the way, congratulations on the new thing coming up, baby.
Dude, hey, you know why I'm excited about having this kid though, is that I know this kid's gonna be protected. That's what I'm excited about. This is that like I got all my brothers and sisters in the metal community that got my back, and it's gonna have so many uncles, and I see how everybody else's kids are treated in our music scene, and I can't wait to be able to like throw my kid to crowd surf at like 2 years old. I remember seeing like videos of like like Tony and Courtney's kids, like having them like crowd surf and stuff, and like Matt's kids and all that, and like I can't wait to have my little kid crowd surf.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's gotta be an amazing feeling, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, you guys want to know something? I told my girlfriend when she told me we were having a kid.
What was that?
I told her I ain't quitting music.
How would you say?
She's like I know what I got myself into.
All right.
So the Dead Horizon, Winston, Oregon, for the people listening at home and the millions listening around the world. Tell them a little bit about yourselves. Tell us each member in the band and what type of music do you guys play, or what would you guys call yourselves?
So my name is Clarence, aka Claire Bear, aka Wildebeest, aka just Love Bear. I scream for the band and I help write lyrics.
And I'm Beto. I play guitar. I do the pretty sometimes. Get to orchestrate some shit like with our shows and stuff. Sky.
Yeah, I'm Skyler, aka Scar Frank, and I play the git fiddle and do some pretties, especially when Vito gets a little antsy with his wireless and gets away from the microphone. Puts me in a hard spot.
You got a fact. And two of our members aren't here on this interview at the moment, but like our drummer Shepard, he keeps the beat. If you make it so mad.
Yeah, you can never forget Roscoe, man.
Roscoe.
The bass player McHeaven, dude. Straight up the Irish Bickman.
He's somewhere probably NorCal right now, like it just doing the hippie stuff.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and we play our music genre is kind of like metalcore with a little taste of like I want to say like deathcore, especially our new stuff where we begin to write. It's gone away from our original stuff. It's gone to the next level, and I can't wait to play it for everybody because it's like doomy and
It's brutal.
brutal. Yeah, like it gives me goosebumps when we practice it. Crying out loud. We've only played what 2 songs, maybe like 3 to 4 times, maybe.
We put the 2 new songs out, barely 2 shows.
Yeah.
So, dudes, one thing I've always wanted to know, I've known you guys for 3 years now, but I want to know how the band originated. Like, how did it start off? How did you guys get the name The Dead Horizon, and whose idea was it to start this band?
All right, okay, so, Vito here. So I actually started the band years and years ago, and I had one of our old bass players. We were trying to figure out a band name, and we were drinking some whiskey, and he had said the dead are rising, and I, in my stupor, thought he said the dead horizon. Yeah, go ahead. Right? And so, in my idiot mind, I was like, "Oh, the dead horizon. That sounds really cool." And and you know, years later, I always thought the dead are rising would be a cool band name, but we stuck with the Dead Horizon because I actually mistook the name.
Dude, that got to be like one of the biggest mess ups in heavy metal history that worked out for the best.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So, how did you get to acquire everybody else in the band?
Okay, so that's another question for me.
There was a lot of members in the band, weren't there?
Yeah, I think they're
I feel like Razzle dying, but Winston style.
yeah. So if anybody's ever watched like the Azalea Dying like documentary or like To Us and have known us for years, I am the only existing original member. But with the boys that come through, I've had such privilege that I've had the privilege of playing with our friends. You know, boys come in and out, and people go in different directions in life. But I've always been very, very lucky to have the boys like play with me, to play with our band, to create the Dead Horizon of what it is.
Yeah, I was more like band guy actually, because before I was in the band, I was always going to Rivera Fest and like all the local shows around Roseburg and like South County. And I'd always go help with sound or help out clean up or whatever. And I was always going to watch Littlest Eye and the Dead Horizon before I was in it. And one time I went to Rivera Fest 2011 and Big Steve, man, he gave me the microphone. Somehow I was like, "Give me the damn mic, come on, give it to me, I need to be heard." And I just gave the longest growl I can do, man, and then like it was on. And then maybe like I want to say 6 months later, I get asked if I wanted to play in the Dead Horizon, you know, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
No, dude.
That was good times too.
Yeah, I had to learn like 13 songs in like 4 days and go on like a 3-day mini tour.
You had to play 13 song sets in 4 days?
Well, yeah.
Dude, that's pretty intense, dude.
It sucked, dude. But luckily, I've been doing vocals for like now 12 years. Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, it was rough. Like I'd really fuck myself up really bad. My esophagus was so fucked. I had hoarse voice for days. I'd go to school and not be able to talk, and it would suck when I had to do a presentation or something.
Yeah. No, I've totally been there before, man. No, it's pretty hardcore.
So, do you guys have any like goals that you have for this year? You know, anything that you want to accomplish in 2019?
Yeah, actually, we got like you said, we got 2 new songs, and we're working on an album. And we're going to, of course, include some of our originals on this new upcoming album. Of course, you know, we got our populars like Tony Falco and Beer Bongs and Bong Rips and stuff like that. So we'll incorporate that in our new album as well.
So,
and we want to play more shows this year as well, you know. We're excited about Rivera Fest. That's going to be crazy. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I think we're all really damn excited about that, dude.
Dude,
wait all year for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say it's the best weekend of the year.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, man. It's like Disneyland for metalheads. Yeah, dude.
No, it's crazy. I remember last year you had the Dead Horizon tent, and it got absolutely wild. I mean, I remember
we came to party. I mean. Fucking around.
No, I remember that night was the first night we brought Foxy into the family, and she was like double fisting bottles.
Yeah.
That was an extremely awesome time.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic time, dude. So so it's Tony Falco, right? Which song is I've got the time to spend some time to drink a beer with you? What song is that?
You're thinking of? Yeah. Oh yeah. That song, Tony Falco.
Yeah, that's a party song, dude. So how do you guys come up with your themes for your songs? Because anytime I've seen the Dead Horizon live, people really get into your songs. You know, like people get a really solid connection to your songs. Where do you? So how do you guys come up with these ideas?
So honestly, dude, it's well, and you know us because we've hung out for so many years, but it's more of we write life metal instead of like people get so confused about like death metal and other things and think it's so angry, but we're more about the life metal. You know, we grew up around the rivers and the forest and besides me, like our other guitar player, he's a logger, and so we write stuff about where we come from and what we do, and a lot of it is drinking whiskey and drinking beer by the river.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely, and also too, like for me, when I'm in my writing process, like I tend to go for like inner life experiences I've been through. You know what I mean? Like inside our song "Inside the Riot," and it's referring to like causing a riot. You know, someone could only go through so much in their life without breaking, or because you're only human. You know what I mean? So "Inside the Riot" hits home for me, and that helps me out.
No, dude, I absolutely love it, dude. You want to know one of my other favorite songs you guys play, where you guys go Oregon in the 5-4-1.
Oh yeah, that's RPR3, man. Yeah.
Dude, that song is freaking dope. Like I said, dude, you guys are one of the most enjoyable bands I like seeing live. Anytime,
thank you, man.
Yeah, no, anytime I see you guys, it's always a pleasure. So, how do you guys first start the initial writing process? Does somebody just come in with an idea and everybody goes around it, or tell me a little bit about your writing process?
So usually, like, we'll have our band practice, and it's no joke. Like, we'll run through like 4 songs, maybe 5, and then Skylar or Brandon start, fucking with something, getting up on a riff, and him and Skylar will feed off each other. You know what I mean? So once that happens, our drummer Shepard, he's very quick to like, get intrigued with it, and he just everything just collaborates together very well.
We feed very, very well. We're again, I'll go back to the lucky thing is we've all been very lucky that the 5 of us can come together and very much feed off each other. When Sky or I will come up with like a riff or even Roscoe or Clarence or fucking Shepard, once one of us does something, we just kind of let it just go, and then something at the end of it, as weird as that sounds, hopefully something good comes out of it.
Dude, that doesn't sound weird at all, dude, because like I believe like music is like you have to be in sync with everybody else, and once everybody starts connecting to each other, everybody becomes on the same brain, It
becomes very fluid.
Yeah, it becomes and I think some of the best ideas aren't the ones that are like pre-thought, They're the ones that just come naturally, because I mean I've been in those type of bands or situations where like it just goes off the top of your head. And it's literally in the band room, instead of like premeditated. And then when you write something like that, it's completely original.
Well, and so Omar, so the 5-4-1 thing that we have going on is there's 5 of us, for one thing. It's like the Musketeer kind of bullshit. And
damn.
But like when we come together, it's such like we played with you guys for so long with Insanity's Reign. By the way, I'm wearing one of your T-shirts.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys.
But with you guys, we've always come together, and it's a beautiful thing when a lot of people don't recognize that metal music's not that like that angry or that hatred stuff. When you come to shows and you actually feel the energy.
Yeah,
and people see it.
Drive off that, man.
It's an amazing experience,
Like at Willie's, dude. Like, not too many people that come in like metal, but they still go because, you know, they get that vibe from the musicians, and that they just get hooked, they get in sync with it, and I don't know, it feels good, you know what I mean?
Honestly, Foxy can agree with me that Willie's is probably one of the hands down best venues for that reason that you just said.
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah,
super
dude,
good.
definitely.
Dude, and that's awesome, dude. You literally correlated the 5 for one dream, you know, like 5 for 1, but then it's like our area code. It's like, it's very clever.
Yeah. We might have been drinking some whiskey. Well, we came up with that.
Might have been drinking some whiskey right now.
Got a lot of
Might be
whiskey.
drinking some
drinking
whiskey right now, actually. Yeah, good call.
Shit, we're gonna have to start drinking some whiskey, Omar.
Dude, don't
how you
make me
kick
call
balls.
full mood.
Oh, shit.
So I was curious, do each of you have an idol in like that inspires you musically?
Yeah, I do actually. Is it okay to have 2 idols? Like,
Bro, honestly, each of you guys could have 3.
Okay, so my top 3 would be Jamie Hanks from Ida Clearwater. Because his vocals are so brutal, and I've seen videos of him like scream, like his mic would fuck up and he would still be screaming. You can hear him through the fucking music. I thought that was very fucking awesome. And then George, Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse, because that was the first album I ever owned. Bought it at a thrift store for $1. And then Phil Bozeman, because Whitechapel's fucking heavy as fuck.
Brutal as fuck.
I love White.
So yeah, those are some of my idols.
Hell yeah. What about Brandon or Skylar?
Me, Beto, mine is actually Skylar. I watched him when our old guitar player had left the band. He was like in my house burning the riffs like literally in like 4 days, and then had to play a Rivera Fest like almost in a headlining spot. And I just remember watching him just play and just killing it, just killing the whole set. And I pretty much screwed my solos up just watching him.
Dude, that's...
nerve-wracking.
And then this guy,
Brandon's fucking amp cut out, and so I'm like, I've been watching him, like, okay, remember what the riffs are, watching him, and then his shit cut out, so it's just me.
So
and he's got me playing through his triple X and his Les Paul. The thing's fucking crushing, so everyone's hearing it, and it's like, oh shit.
So quick.
That's what came up with the when in doubt, chug it out, dude.
So a quick side question, Skylar, did you blush a little bit when Brandon said that you were one of his idols? Tell the truth. I know the whiskey's running.
Still blush.
Dude, you should see his cheeks right now. They
So hey, Skylar, quick. What are some of your idols, man?
Dude. Actually, you know, like, both the guitar players from At the Gates, like, those are the shits that I, was raised up on. First type of, like, metal stuff I started playing, and that's why I always, like, all my riffs just kind of come from it, and, like, fucking, and then also just, you know, a little weird, but yeah, you know, Brandon, too, just because he kind of took me in, and, like, I didn't know much at all about music, really. Just kind of know what notes sound like what. And then he plays a little different than I do, and I play a little different than he does. And so we're just constantly pushing each other to be better in different aspects and helping each other on shit. And so it's just been a big influence to help me get to where I'm at, I guess.
Dude, that's awesome. We got like 10 minutes left on the show. I'm gonna ask you the funny wild card. What's the biggest fails you guys have had on stage? Whether it be too drunk, a guitar string broke, you're out of tune, a fight. What would say is one of your guys' biggest mess ups on stage? Each individually.
oh, like individually?
Yeah.
Oh God, we only have 10 minutes. Wrap this.
Yeah.
Well, how about this?
I can tell one show.
Okay.
I think I can tell one show. Horseman? Would have been that one, or I'm thinking the Eugene Metal Celebration. So we're set up to co-headline this show, and we went to way too many bars and way too many strip clubs. And I'm gonna let Clarence finish this story.
Well,
if he remembers it.
I do remember most of it because it was my worst moment ever. All right, I know I got most of you guys' attention now because Claire Bear is known for doing stupid, wild shit. But so I remember it was Cinco de Mayo, and we were playing with Aberrants and another band from up north, and the singer for Aberrants brought out a half gallon of Monarch rum. And so it was midly hot in Eugene that day, and we were just day drunk so bad. So we were in the van, and I wasn't buckled up, and Brandon's like, hold on, I'm taking a turn. So I flew across the van, and my neck stopped me like at the tire well, dude. I knocked out, played the show, like blacked out, knocked out, and everything was a blur from there, man.
So Omar, I was trying to take him to a strip club, and I knocked him out with the right corner.
What the hell?
Dude, but
this guy's got a story.
It's crazy though. I still did the show, and I don't even remember any of it.
Dude, what I was thinking was the sportsman. And I showed up, and it was like I had to work, and I got there right as we were going on. And I had a backup amp just in case, because mine had been a little fidgety. Dude, that show, long story short, I ended up going through 2 heads and fucking 3 guitars, broken strings, broken input, broken fucking heads, and that was,
yeah, dude.
I would have gave up.
Yeah. All right. So mine was, we were playing, now it comes to this. All right. So Omar, mine was we were playing this Kodiak
in Roseburg, by the way,
and we had a jazz at the show. We're on tour with Jess Comes Calling and a couple other bands, and I decided to go across the street to another bar to say hi to other people, and showed up to my boys and said, "Hey, I just had like 6 shots of Fireball. You guys ready to go?" And I didn't really make it.
That was
through the show.
That was fucking embarrassing and funny and shitty at the same time.
dude, he was slurring his words worse and worse as he was.
Like we get into a breakdown. When you get into a breakdown, and he'd be like, "Wait, everybody, wait, stop, shh." And we're all looking at him. We're like, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah."
My bad.
I was like, "Oh my god, Vito, what the fuck, dude?"
I was a little drunk.
Came to party, dude. Fuck it. Had a good time.
Oh, dude, I got another one real quick for you guys.
Go for it.
I hope I get in trouble for this one, but we played the first time we played Metal in the Mountains. We went there like three days early just to like hang out, party, and go check out the country there and whatnot. And fucking everybody decided to do acid, and I'm like, all right, fuck it.
No, not me.
So I decided to do some, and we get to the venue, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, it's like 100 degrees at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, God, dude, I'm going to die. And I remember the night before I was trying to sleep, I did our set in my head like 10 times because I felt like I was going to forget the lyrics, you know? And sure as shit, did we go to the show, and I remember screaming just, okay, and I followed through and everything, but the way the venue is, you know, it's kind of like a steep, like, hill, you know, but my screams were hitting the mountain coming back at me, dude, so I was like, oh my God, what the fuck, dude? It was a shitty and first time and only time experience. And I couldn't talk to the crowd because every time I'd go talk, I'd start laughing my ass off. I was like, fuck it.
Dude, that has to be some of the wildest stories I've heard on the Metal Mixtape, no
It's
lie.
been an entertaining one.
Oh,
that's awesome.
shit, Omar, you know we got more.
We don't have much.
Hey, before that, I know we don't have time for more stories.
How much time we got?
but
You guys got 5 minutes.
Hey, brother, we've been with you for some of those times.
But
Well,
yeah, dude.
no, it's not my business to bring up any stories. So
Oh no, but we've been there with you. Some of those stories, my friend.
oh no, hey, believe me, dude, I've messed up a ton
Oh
of.
no. Well, what I'm saying is we're about to go do it again.
No, so dude, you guys are gonna be playing the what is it, the 11 p.m. slot at Rivera Fest, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna be able to stay sober till 11 p.m.?
Dude, I'm a trained Irish Spanish warrior, dude. I can do it.
No, that's exciting, man. So we're getting towards the end of our interview, and so this episode of the Metal Mixtape, we're doing a Fallen Rockers show. So we're gonna give remembrance to all the people that have passed away that make huge impacts on the rock community, and we're gonna be playing an All But Dead song later. And we're actually going to be talking about our friend Leia. I just want to hear a couple shout outs from each one of you before I ask you about all the platforms of the Dead Horizon.
Alrighty. So I want to give a huge shout out to Omar and Clarissa and all your guys' crew for having us on your guys' show. Also, I want to thank all the bands that we've played with and that have come through our venue. And I want to thank Coy from Vomit Face for being such a beautiful hockey player. And also, I want to thank Omar for being a Super Saiyan from Universe 7.
Thanks, dude.
And yeah, thank you guys very much. Much love. I appreciate you all.
Hell yeah, much love straight back.
Hell yeah, full moose coming your way.
So tell us a couple tell us the platforms where people can reach the Dead Horizon.
You can hit us up, YouTube, the Dead Horizon. We're not sure.
Facebook. We have an Instagram page too. It's at the Dead Horizon official page.
Yeah, Facebook.com/the Dead Horizon. You can go on Instagram, hit us up. Anywhere on YouTube, Reverb Nation. There's more tracks coming out. We're hitting the studio. Hopefully, we'll be putting a full length out. I can't tell you when it's coming because that's a secret between us because we haven't figured it out. And but yeah, hopefully we'll be destroying your ears very, very, very soon.
Oh yeah, dude. No, we're super excited, dude, and we had a fantastic time with you guys here on the Metal Mixtape. When your album is done, I definitely want to have you guys back. And you guys were fantastic, dude.
You know it's coming to you, Omar. It's you don't have a choice, brother.
no, and I'm excited, dude, because
I want one too.
Hey, if you guys record some music videos, can I be like be an extra, like in the back eating cheeseburgers or tacos?
Hey, check this out. We actually had a real idea about this. To have all of our metal friends, our brothers, our sisters, like all down at my house, where we all stay after Willie's shows.
Yep, I know where you live.
Yep, and we want to, I want to shoot a GoPro video in my backyard and just have us jump around, eat some good food, take stands, drink some good whiskey, and just do the normal bullshit.
Fat blunt, dude. I'm talking about like Cheech and Chong, man.
Sounds rad.
Dude.
So again, we'd be privileged if you guys would come up and fucking shoot this music video with us. That'd be fun.
Yeah, dude, it'd be rad.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll bring my tacos. I'll bring my musket. It'll be super fun.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much. The Dead Horizon from Winston, Oregon. I know all the listeners in Medford and Ashland enjoyed you guys and all the listeners around the world. And I can't wait to have you guys on again. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Omar, we love you, dude.
Hey, I love you guys too, man.
We love you.
Rivera Fest. Woo!
Later,
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
That was an awesome interview.
They are
You guys
so
are the
cool.
party.
Yeah. No, if you guys haven't seen the Dead Horizon live, they're really enjoying